Alright, so what is going on YouTube? This is Sam Ortiz, Sam Buxton here, coming to you guys with a first place locals deck profile for you guys today. Reed, what did you play today?
So I played Traptrix Naturia.
So Traptrix Naturia, show us this amazing deck and explain to us what it does.
Okay, so you have your staple through Myrmelio. They search your trap holes. They're just really good. They help slow the game down to your speed, and like it just lets you control the last game after you have one of these out. Also, if they're special summoned, you can pop or spell a trap on your opponent's side of the field. So it's just really good for spell and trap control as well. 3 Dionio. So these are the wolf bark of the deck. When it's normal, you can special another Traptrix from the grave. So you can special your Myrmelios and then pop stuff from your opponent's field and then go into an Exceed. Just lets you go +1. And if these ones are special, then you can set a trap hole from your grave.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's just recycling power. It's just really good. The one of Traptrix, so I play Atrax and the Nepenthes at 1. Atrax lets you use trap holes from hand, which is just really powerful in some matchups. Like you can just bluff that you have trap holes in hand. And then your normal traps can't be negated either. So like it lets you get past like trap stun and stuff. So like they just can't negate your stuff.
Awesome.
And then Nepenthes is, while it's on the field when you activate a trap hole, then you can add or special a Traptrix from your deck. So like it's just plussing on your opponent's turn, which is really good.
So this is your Traptrix engine.
Yeah, so that's the Traptrix engine of the deck. It's just it helps play around with the traps in the deck because I play a lot of them.
Awesome.
This is the other engine, so through Retaliating Seed. It might seem like a lot to people, but it's really, really good in the Shaddoll and Necroz matchup. It drops from your hand when your opponent activates a spell that summons a monster, and then it just turns into a macro on the field, so you just banish all their stuff. It makes Shaddoll go super neg, and then Necroz doesn't have access to their spells to gain pluses anymore.
Yeah.
So it just helps shut down a lot of decks really hard. The really good part about this and why I play 3 is because if it's sent from the field to the graveyard, I can add an Earth insect from my deck to my hand that has 15 or less attack. So it gives me access to max C's when it gets sent to grave. And then these are just really good because it gets searched off of these and can help me plus against special summon heavy decks. And then Retaliating Seed can also search Resonance Insects. Sort of weird cards, but what they do is when they're sent from the field to the graveyard, I can add an Earth, it's in level 5 or higher insect from my deck to my hand. And if it's banished, then I can Foolish an Insect. So it helps me fuel my grave for Doom Dozers.
Oh wow, okay, so this is your beater of the deck.
Oh yeah, so these are 28 beaters. They're basically BLSs in the deck that's insect heavy. They're really awesome. So they're searchable from Resonance Insect, and then the Resonance Insects are searchable from
Retaliating
Seed. So you end up with a chain search to get up to your big beaters. Really easily actually. So these drop from your hand by banishing 2 insects from your grave. It's a 28-26, and then you can, if you hit them in the face, or if you deal battle damage, you mill 1 from your deck.
Yeah.
So you use this with Resonating Seed, and then you banish the Resonating Seeds to summon these, and then you can Foolish Myrmelios and then summon a Dionai and special the Myrmelio. So it just helps fuel your grave a lot.
Awesome.
So that's the beater and advantage part of the deck. It just helps it be consistent and gives you big power plays. So that's all the monsters. Oh, sorry, actually, except for a couple of attacks. I play 3 one-ofs. So there's Naturia Rosewhip. It's an earth plant. It's a level 3 tuner. That's pretty much why I play it, but it also makes it so your opponent can only use 1 spell or trap per turn. So it's pretty good at locking out of the game. I mean, like, it's a great Chogan Shien that's just normal summonable in the deck, and it's just really good that way. This seems to be a joke in a lot of the community, but I actually think it's really good. It's Naturia Ragweed. So it's a 2k booty straight up, which is just really good if you're playing defensively. You can just set it and people don't expect to swing into 2k defense. But also, if your opponent draws a card, you can tribute it and draw 2. So like, it's just really good for gaining advantage or like making so people don't really want to use upstarts because then you go +1 off of them. And then you play Blow Up Bulb just because it's Blow Up Bulb. It lets you go super plus. Lets you make Beast in the deck, which is just so good versus Necroz and Shaddoll.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just a really good card in general.
Awesome.
That's the monsters. For spells, I play 2 MST. Just helps get rid of floodgates that lock you out of the game. I play Foolish so that I can set up the grave for like getting a Doom Dozer or like sending Myrmelio to special with Dionai, or just sending Blow Up Bulb straight up to make a turn 1 beast. And then Raigeki, because who doesn't like Raigeki, just work clears for days.
Raigeki is amazing. Now off to your traps.
These are the traps. So I run the trap hole engine. This is my main deck trap hole engine. So I run one bottomless, just staple, two time space trap holes for pendulums and pretty much any extra deck base deck. So you can just put everything back in the deck and just make them, again, go super minus. And Traptrix trap hole, so it's an out to Trish, out to Exciton.
Yeah.
It's an out to Construct. It's just, like, it's just so good. It just helps you. And then, like, you can also shut down Deneb if Shateller's special. It's like, they can go alt into Deneb and then you just shut off the Deneb.
Awesome.
So those are the trap holes. I play the big four. Just because they're staples, they all help out a lot. You can dodge Torrential with a card that I'm going to come up with later. It's just really good. One Vanities, because, you know, it's just super good card. Lock people out of games with it. Just gain advantage once you already have a really big board. 3 Fiendish Chain, just because I like it better than Breakthrough and Veiler in a lot of cases, just because it stops them from attacking and lets them maintain advantage, because like the deck's really reliant on keeping your monsters on field for multiple turns so that you can gain advantage off of it, and it just gives you a bunch of plus if you can successfully resolve it. And like even if it does get MST, it's not that big of a deal because you run so many other traps anyway. Like you just get around it. And then this is the main card of the deck, pretty much. This is what made the deck really good. So this is Naturia Traptrix. It's a continuous trap. And what it does is that once per turn, and because it's a trap, you can do it on either player's turn, you can tribute an Earth Insect to special summon a level 4 lower Earth Plant from the deck, or tribute an Earth Plant to special summon a level 4 lower Earth Insect from the deck.
Wow.
And if it's sent from the field to the grave, you can search Naturia. So you can search your Ragweed or your Rose Whip off of it. And then if you might have noticed, every monster in this deck is an Earth Insect or an Earth Plant.
Yeah.
So with Tree, you can basically tribute any monster in the deck to grab any other monster in the deck during your player's turn, which is super powerful because you can actually, one of the main things is like, you can summon Myrmelio, and then during your opponent's turn, you can swap out Myrmelio, summon Dianaya, and then grab a trap hole from your graveyard.
Yeah.
Just to like lock people out of the game. So like pretty much everything in this deck pluses off of either being special summoned or tributed.
Yeah.
Which is just, it's super good. And so Myrmelio and Dianaya both get effects off of being special. So Tree just gives you all of that. And then Tree also tributes, and because Retaliating Sea and Resonating Insects are if effects, they get their effects off of being tributed by Sacred Tree.
Yeah.
So you can go +2 easily in a turn just by tributing the Sacred Tree. There's also an OTK in the deck with Sacred Tree, and it's actually only 2 cards.
Okay, so show us the OTK.
Yeah. So
What do you need?
So this is pretty much all you need. You just need a Resonating Sea and Sacred Tree.
Wow. Okay.
Or you need a Resonance Insect and just another level 4 in the deck. So how it works basically is you set Mist for a turn and protect it with traps, and then next turn you tribute it with Tree, and you grab Glow Up Bulb with it, and then the Sea effect activates because it was sent to grave. So you can grab a Resonance Insect with it and add it to your hand. And then on your turn, you tribute the Glow Up Bulb to special the other Resonance Insect from the deck. Then you can normal summon the Resonance Insect from your hand, special the Glow Up Bulb from your grave, and then you can Trish them, or you can go into Mistworm or whatever after this. So I play Mistworm right now, just because it helps clear the board more for the OTK.
Yeah.
And you can still put enough damage on the board. And because you sent both of the Resonating Insects to grave, to Synchro, you get both of their effects to search both Doomdozers.
Wow.
And then you can special one Doomdozer by removing 2 Resonance Insects, and then both Resonance Insects activate, and you can Foolish 2 more Insects, and then banish those 2 more for the other Doomdozer.
Wow.
And that's over 8k on the board.
That's crazy. That's crazy. And you have the Mistworm to bounce back their stuff, so it's really good.
So it's really hard to get over. And like even if you don't have the full combo, you can still end up making like Naturia Beast or something like that, and just end up locking them out of the game even if you fail to OTK. So I'll go through the extra deck now just because.
After the extra deck?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So I play a mix of Exceeds and Synchros just because I have 2 tuners in the deck, so they help me go into big plays if I need to. But Exceeds also just because they're generally good. So I play Rhapsody and Berserk. Really helps getting over big stuff. It's down to towers too, because you can equip it to your other Exceeds and just beat over towers with it. And really good versus like stuff like Necros, BA sometimes. It's good against
Shadal's banishing their fusion and stuff.
yeah, Shadal's it's really good. I find like it comes in clutch versus Tellers a lot too because it just bans their Denebs. Like it's just really good. Cowboy Bird for game, just super good. Abyss Dweller versus Shadal versus Burning Abyss, stuff like that. I play 1 Emerald just because a lot of the time because you're going through your deck so quickly with your Naturia Sacred Tree,
Yep.
you end up running out of monsters really quickly, so you might need to end up going to Emerald sometimes. Also, it can just recycle your Doom Dozers and just put power plays back into your deck. Exciton Staple just clears people's boards, lets you put damage in for OTK, stuff like that. Castell, single target removal, just really good. Again, kind of comes in clutch a lot. I probably make this more than anything else just because you get rid of stuff like Construct off the field, you get rid of big monsters off the field that you can't really get rid of any other way. A lot of the time, Shell players will make like Shekanaga versus me, and I just can't get over the 3k behind without Excel. So like, it just comes in clutch. Kieran Gorgon's the 1 defensive card in the deck. I'm going to replace this with Raffalasia when it comes out, but this is just really good because you can, if they try to Castell it, you can make it the Castell target itself and like bounce the own Castell, and then you can just like reassign MSTs to get them away from your tree and stuff like that. So you can just keep tree on the board and keep plussing. And then I play 1 Felgrind. You can only really make it using 2 Doom Dozers, but it's really not that hard because like if you fail your OTK, so like if they have like a Battle Fader or like if they drop anything like that, they can just make Felgrind after that. And, like not a lot of decks can recover from being trished and then having to deal with the Felgrind the next turn.
Really good, pretty good.
Test the Exceeds. For Synchros, I play Beast. It's a ridiculously good card. You can just shut Shadals out of the game with this card. You can shut Necros out of the game with this card. Against other decks, like you can just stop their, you can turn their upstarts into neg-1s. It's just really good. For 7s, I play Yazi and Clearwing. They both pretty much serve the same purpose, but Yazi's bigger and it acts as a Diamond Dyer.
Yeah.
And it's just better against trap-heavy decks like Burning Abyss. But Clearwing's definitely better against stuff like Shadal, Necros, just because you can stop them from pretty much doing anything with this. Clearwing's really good because you can swing into a construct with it, and then negate the construct because construct's mandatory, and then just pretty much wreck their board. I play Scrap Dragon as an 8 because sometimes you can make a 7 and then bring back Glow Bulb and make an 8. So go into this with that. Or make an 8 by summoning Rose Whip and then making it with Beast if Beast doesn't work anymore. It's just good. I'm going to replace Gotems with a Trish once I get it, but for right now it's Gotems because you can make it with a Glow Bulb and a Doom Dozer. And you can hit a card out of their hand. Also it's 31, so it's bigger than a Doom Dozer and doesn't make people mill, so like it's better than Doom Dozer in the Shadow matchup. Again, this room clearing field's really good. And then Star Eater because you can make it with a Rose Whip and a Doom Dozer. And it's my out to towers, and it's just really good against battle traps. Not a lot of people play them anymore, but it's a really safe card to go into.
Awesome. Okay. Now off to your side deck real quick.
Yep.
Want to show us your side deck?
So side deck, it's still up for consideration a lot of time, but I play Naturia Traptrix because it gets around Royal Decree, so your stuff can't get negated. I just put it in as a 1 more of. Trap Holes are really good against rogue decks. You can just hit the normal summon. It's also really good against decks like Lightsworn and stuff like that, or just stuff that's really relying on its normal summon. Because you can just stop it from happening and then just shut down the game from there. And you can search with Miramelio, so it's just really good. Imperial Iron Walls. I play these because
Infernoids, Ritual Beasts.
Infernoids, they're a thing. Ritual Beasts are a thing. I don't like either of those decks when I don't get Retaliating Sea, so it's just really good in the matchup. It sort of shuts down your Doom Dozer plays a bit, but like it's sort of worth it just to shut the whole deck
exactly.
Secret Tech card, Double Trap Hole. When your opponent's special summons a monster in defense, banish it. So it's really good against like defensive decks that just don't expect it because they don't know what the card is. They summon stuff like Shekanaga in defense, or they summon like Deneb in defense, or like Burning Abyss a lot of time will summon like Skarm or Dante in defense. They just banish their stuff, they don't go plus off of it. And it's also searchable from Miramelio, so it's really good. Flying Seas, Burning Abyss, and Teller matchup, really good. Searchable off of Retaliating Sea when it goes to grave. It just really consistent outs to a lot of Exceed decks. I'm still debating whether to keep these in, but they're really good in the Clifford matchup. They just stop from going into towers, because towers sort of wrecks the deck if you can't have access to Star Eater. So you just pretty much shut off the whole deck at that point.
And Monarchs as well.
Yeah, once those come out,
yeah,
those are definitely staying in. Deep Dark Trap Holes, really good against Clifford, really good against Necroz, really good against Shadow because it just banishes their stuff when they summon it. It banishes the level 5 or higher monster. So it's also searchable off of Mirror Melio. It's just really versatile, just helps you go really plus.
Awesome.
Also, today a guy summoned an Infernoid Inoculi against me by banishing 3 and Deep Darked it. It just went like -4 for pretty much nothing and I got rid of like 4 Infernoids. It was just really good in that matchup. And then rounding out the Shadow Hate is the Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, just super good, stops me from going plus if I don't have the Retaliating Seed, stops Burning Abyss from going plus if I don't have anything. Some rogue decks really can't deal with it.
Yeah.
It's just a really good card in general.
Awesome. All right, Reed, thank you so much for your awesome first place deck profile here at 401 Games. And guys, make sure you guys hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. And this is Sam from Team Sam signing out. Peace out, guys.